And welcome, comic book community. Welcome to the Witching Hour. This is Robert, the comic book G-Spot, and welcome to the show. I want to welcome my co-host, Jeffrey, Comic 813. Jeff.
How you guys doing? Back to you, Robert.
Let's put ourselves both of us on. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Episode 2. Welcome, comic book community. This is the Witching Hour. This is Robert, the comic book G-Spot, Galvin, and my co-host, Cantonese Comic Kid, Jeff 813. Jeffrey, do it again.
How you guys doing, community?
Okay.
Better?
So, and okay, this is a comic book with a hook show. Now, let's show a book. Jeff?
All right, guys. Since I got you guys on the hook right now, I'm going to tell you guys about Once and Future. The little synopsis is about King Arthur, different take on King Arthur. So, like, he brings on the Dark Ages, supposedly. So that's going to be pretty cool. Can't wait to read issue 2. So that's going to be this is a pretty exciting read if you guys haven't read it. If you guys like the King Arthur type, fairy tale type stuff, this would be a good book to read for you guys.
Awesome.
Oops. Yep.
Beautiful.
Back to you, Robert.
Okay. Now that I got you on the hook, it's time for the book. This is FBI Action Justice. Is a Golden Age book. It's from 1948. A very beautiful copy that I have in my collection. It was issue 9, June 1st, 1948. It was by Peril Publishing. They had 6 parts, 6 stories in this book. The Bradley Gang, the Murphy that talked, the Bad Luck Bandits, the Twins of Death, and I Confess, and Too Clever to Live were the stories that were in this book. But nice Golden Age 1948 book. And let's welcome the chat really quick. We have let's see here. I gotta show the chat. We got to show. Hey, it's Kawaka, my New Zealand buddy. How you doing? Technical difficulties in the beginning. Man, right. You say hi. There we go. All right. And
let's see the book.
Yeah, let's see the book. How about okay.
Taco Bell. Late night run for the border. Taco Bell.
All right. Well, welcome to the comic book community. A little bit of a mess up. Sorry about that. I apologize. But welcome to the show. This gentleman needs no introduction. This is Travis, a good buddy of mine, aka Comics with Bueller, and Nerd Talk. He actually has another show. This is a coffee show on Mondays. Welcome, my brother Bueller. Sorry for the technical difficulties. It's our second run at this, but we're working on it. We have a couple questions for you. How you doing? Go ahead.
I'm doing good, man. I'm excited to be here on the Comic Book G-Spot with Robert and Jeff on Saturday night, midnight somewhere. It's not here, but it is over there. But we're going to have a good time tonight. I'm excited. We show the books. We got hooks. We're going fishing, something like that. Let's have a good time. What's the question?
Okay. We have three pretty simple questions for you. Jeffrey, please.
All right. So Bueller, what do the kids think of you on YouTube?
They hate it. They absolutely hate it.
Be honest. Talking about your wall, buddy.
As far as my kids, I think I will tell you this. When I first started doing it, they're like, who's gonna watch my stupid dad? Okay. And I'm the nerd dad, I've always been into this stuff. And then all of a sudden people started watching. And then my daughter was like, oh yeah, you'll never get to 1,000 subscribers. I go, okay. I appreciate the confidence there, Paige. But that came. And then once I hit 1,000, I think my daughter was like, oh, people are like listening to my dad for the first time ever. So I thought that was pretty cool. And now my son, he really doesn't say much because he lives here with me. So he just sees it. All he does is I keep him up all the time because I'm filming videos, and he's in his room just hearing me repeat lines over and over and over again type thing. So he gets that a lot. So he gets a little tired of it. And since he lives here, he doesn't even want to be on the camera with me. But he's going to Comic-Con with me, which is like in 2 weeks. So that's kind of fun. I'm gone. Now I'm back. But then my daughter, she started running into people in Albuquerque, New Mexico that knew who I was because they watched my channel. And that's when she's like, oh my God. And so she's all for it now. She thinks it's pretty cool. She tells people that's what I do, the YouTube thing, and it's pretty awesome. So she supports. She's been on the channel, and she enjoys it, So right now, I think I've won them over. But at the very beginning, they're like, Dad's wasting his time again, type thing. But now they think it's pretty cool. So I'm a cool dad now. So it's something I always wanted to be.
That's awesome. So what was it?
Why is the boxes? It's like watching Tetris on screen.
I'm trying to control it.
Put it in the corner. Put it in the corner.
You're a professional at this. Okay. My question was, and these are going to be pretty simple for you. How long have you been collecting, Bueller? And when did you start YouTube? This is for new to the community. So everybody out there in the community, I really appreciate you being here. Real quick shout out, Who Dat Comics. How you doing, brother? Thank you for coming. Sam, Tangles Web. We got Uncanny Kawaka, New Zealander here. And Mrs.
That's
G.
a whole other country.
Yes, it is. We have Steve Whiting, our brother. Awesome. Nice to see you, buddy. And Boatwright Family and Comics. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming. Okay, Bueller, go ahead. How long have you been collecting, and then when did you start YouTube? I kind of threw two-questioner at him, buddy. Sorry.
So when I first started collecting when I was a kid, I can tell you I was 6 years old. And I started collecting when I was 6. I remember getting my allowance. I got like $2 a week. I'd ride my bike into town, buy some comics and a pop and a candy bar. And that was something I did like 6 years old. I fondly remember doing that quite a bit. And then I collected all the way until I was probably, I'd say 21. And then at 21, I stopped collecting because there was a baby coming. God, the kids ruin everything. Let's just admit it. Kids ruin everything.
No, they don't.
But I'm just talking about kids. I had to throw that in there because you asked.
Right.
But at 21, I stopped collecting because life happens as it normally does. And then honestly, I've only been collecting now, so there's like a 20-year gap. I've only been collecting for like 2 years. And again, my buddy said there was a comic shop down the street about 2 years ago.
Yep.
I went and checked it out. And that kind of ties in with when I started doing YouTube, because I've only been doing YouTube for about a year and a half. So like 6 months after I started collecting again, I was watching YouTube videos to kind of get back on track with what was going on with comic books. So I started watching some videos, and I was like, you know what? I got a camera. I can make a video. So I just decided to make a video, and I learned a lot. I learned a lot from watching the videos and what was really going on over the last 20 years when I wasn't collecting. So, but yeah, it's been about a year and a half since I started doing that. So
nice. Cool. And you're okay, that's awesome.
The kids are the worst. If anything, in the audience tonight, I want you to take home. Kids are the worst.
Jeffrey, go ahead, bud. You got a question for Bueller?
Yeah. Well, how many AOKs do you think you received, Bueller?
How many? That's a good question. As far as AOKs, let's just say this year is when I started receiving like a lot of AOKs type thing, and I'd probably say over 100. Over 100. I mean, there's and I think that's low, to be honest with you. But I mean, I took a picture of a video of my wall that's in my room, a bunch of stuff that people sent me and wrote letters and stuff like that. Yeah, and we got plenty of them.
Yeah, you showed that.
Yeah, I get a lot of AOKs from people that aren't like active in the community. Like say, like Robert is active, Jeff, you're active, you do videos and all this stuff. I get a lot of stuff from people who aren't necessarily even subscribed to the channel. They just watch. They don't have a YouTube profile or nothing, you know. Half the people that watch my videos aren't subscribed, and so I get a lot of stuff like, "Hey, you don't know me. My name is Fred, and thanks for getting me back in the comics type thing. And here's one of my favorites," or vice versa. So I get quite a few. So I'm pretty lucky. I've grown my collection has grown more through AOKs than actually stuff I've bought for my collection this year.
And your biggest AOK?
My biggest AOK was from Steve Whiting. Steve Whiting, obviously, we all know who Steve is. Yeah. He gave me the Hulk 181, which is a book I always wanted. And the guy stepped up and sent me a book. And honestly, he sent me a lot. I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg in comparison to what he has sent. And not to mention, he's sent stuff to almost everybody now. I mean, I think he was testing the waters with me and a couple other people, but now he just sends them to everybody. Man. It's pretty cool. And let's not forget my buddy who sent me my very first slab.
Yes.
Right here. My very first slab ever, 8.5 Doctor Strange. This is from Robert Galvin. And if you look at Robert, he's so cute. But this is the one.
You had to put that on the bottom of your thing, didn't you?
But yeah, so the community is very kind and giving, and people I've never even met or talked to, just reading their letters that they sent out. It's like I never thought I'd get stuff like that, and I wasn't really shooting for that, but I kind of have to realize that people do enjoy watching my video, so I owe it to them to do the best I can.
Brother, you inspire me like you can't imagine. You really do. You've been a really good buddy, and don't forget. Also, you got the hams. Remember?
Yeah.
You can mention that. That was your AOK.
That was my Christmas gift. Was a ham. Now here's the thing. Okay. I've never had a meat product sent to me from halfway across the country before. Well, that's a first. I open this box. It's like a 60-pound box. It's full of all sorts of stuff. Okay. And then there's this
Merry Christmas
item. Yeah.
A big ham.
Item in the box that's wrapped in like ceiling insulation. It's not like it's like wrapped, literally like the stuff you put in your ceiling to insulate your house. That's what it's wrapped in. So I'm like, oh my God, Robert sent me a head or something like that. Because I know he likes skulls and stuff. But I reach and I pull this out. And the funny thing is Sam Stagel Webb, he was with me. He was with me when we opened the box.
Oh boy.
The look on Sam's face, like, what is that? I go, it's a ham. It was awesome. Awesome.
For a ham.
And he's a vegetarian, so that threw me off as well. So
I was about to say that too.
yeah, but he sent me a bunch of stuff in there. That was just one of the things, and it definitely made an impression. And then there was a bunch of other things in there as well for myself and also for Sam. It was great.
Good. So, do you have another question for him, buddy, Jeffrey?
Yeah. But the other question was, how did it feel when you hit your first 1,000 subscribers?
It was pretty cool because it happened on my birthday.
Oh, that's really cool.
It was my birthday last year, and it was July 30th. And I woke up in the morning and I was like, dude, I'm like 15 subscribers away from 1,000. And I put up the Bueller signal, and I was like, hey, if anyone hasn't subscribed, please do so. And I did a live stream, and within like the first couple hours, I hit 1,000. And by the end of the day, I was at 1,050.
That makes me really
that day. But it was pretty cool. Here's the thing, and a lot of people run into this problem. Obviously, when you get 1,000 subscribers, you can monetize your channel and you can put ads or whatever you want to do. But the other thing is you have to have the watch time hours, which is a lot of people overlook the watch time hours. And the Mortal Biggie Shack says, yo. But a lot of people overlook the watch time hours, the 4,000 hours you need to qualify. So you need the 4,000 plus the 100 or 1,000 subscribers. So basically, you need, I think I was doing the math, you need 1,000 subscribers to watch 4 hours of your content. Each one of them has to watch 4 hours to hit that fourth. That's just math. But
right.
A lot of stuff out there, to get that watch time hours. I saw the hours like a month before. I was like, man, I'm going to hit 1,000 before I hit the hours. I better start doing something, that way there's more stuff out there. So I started making more content. And sure enough, like right after I hit 1,000, like a week later, I hit the 4,000 watch hours. So I could turn the thing in and get the ball rolling. So that's pretty cool.
So, what was it? Okay. All right, now I have a question. Another one. Any advice for new YouTube streamers, buddy?
Any advice for what?
New YouTube streamers that making new videos like what I'm doing, what Jeff is doing, everything. Like any advice that you can give them that would help them? Like, yeah, anything.
I always say this, and I stress this so much, but nobody listens to me. Put your books on a freaking stand so that you don't have the glare. I hate the glare. I hate it to a passion. Who wants to look at? Let me see if I can't even get it there. Who wants to look at the glare? Okay. Yep. Nobody wants to look at that.
Yep.
Nobody wants. They want to look at this. They want to look at the pricing. They don't want that. They want this. Okay. Put your books on a stand. Figure it out before you shoot the video, and just angle it so you don't have the glare on the book. Another thing, and this is a fisherman trick. Okay. If you ever watch any of my videos, it's like this. Like when I have my book on the stand, my hand they're all the way out here like this. It's the old fisherman trick. Whenever you caught a fish, you took a picture holding a fish, you hold it out, and it makes the fish look bigger. I do the same thing when I do show the books on my channel and stuff like that. When I do my comic book collections video, like I did one today, the Flash books, and the stand is literally like 2 feet in front of me, and they're right by the camera. And if you look at my hand's huge when I reach up there. And it's an old fisherman trick to make sure the book looks really good and it's in focus. As far as like ideas and stuff, like if you like an original idea to do something, those are hard to come up with. And let's just be honest. I mean, they're comic books are kind of there's only so much you can do with comic books. I mean, you can talk about spec books, you can talk about covers or variants or whatnot. But you got to think about different ways to present it. And that's kind of what I do. It's like, okay, I can sit here and talk about a variant or talk about like the hot books or something, or what I picked up, but maybe I can present it in a different way. And maybe I can film a video of me talking to another version of me while I discuss the comics I picked up on Wednesday. Right. And that's actually a video I just did like the other night. I was like,
that one.
Let's present it in a weird, funny way type thing. And for the most part, people watched it and they liked it. So, but I kind of look at that. How can I present something in a different way? It's pretty much the same thing that other people are doing. It's just presented in a different way.
Right.
And so, I mean, that's really the advice I can give. So
awesome. I do have to tell you something, Bueller. I like the number that you posted the other day, 6,666 all the way across. That was awesome. That was so awesome.
yeah, well, I'm telling you, Rob, I blew right by that, man. That didn't stay.
It was great.
It's already at like 6,750 right now.
I know it is.
I didn't want to be stuck on that number for long.
4 days ago. That was excellent.
Yeah.
Models show more gimmicks.
Showing that's a good idea. That's not a bad idea. You know, I talked to this. I'll give you an example. I talked to this one kid the other day, and he was like, oh, I want to start doing YouTube, and I want to do like video games. And then I met his mom, and his mom's like, oh, I play games with him and stuff. We play Fortnite together. I go, I've never seen a mom and a kid sit down there and play Fortnite together. I go, that would be kind of cool seeing something like that. It's different, you know, type thing.
Yep.
And just something like that. I was like, that's a really good idea. You guys should do that. And I don't know how keen the kid was on having his mom there with him on the thing. Right. You know, but he might lose a little bit of credibility in his school the next day. If he did. But I thought it was kind of cool. So be on the lookout for that, John. I think they're going to go with AOK Gaming. I think it's called that. So I'm not sure. But look at all these people in the chat. Biggie Shack, this is the Sam Stengel Web, Joe 47771. Yeah. Steve Whiting, the Boatwright. Awesme. The Florida contingency is in effect. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning over there.
Out of curiosity. Anybody in chat that's in Florida? Is Steven? No, Steven's not from Florida. Is it Biggie?
Biggie, no. Biggie's from I think I completely forgot.
Right.
Yeah, but I know he's not.
Biggie is from Parts Unknown.
Parts Unknown.
And he'll get that reference. I know. Biggie is from Parts Unknown.
So a big thank you, you guys out there. Steve Lighting, Sam Stengel Web. We got Biggie Shack, Mrs. G, Boatwright family. What else we got here? Joe 4771. Hello, sir. I think I gave your answer a little while ago in one of my episodes, who my favorite writer was, and a couple of artists. Check out my new intro. That'll tell you everything you need to know. And then we got Rayard. Is that correct? I pronounce. Hello.
That sounds good to me. I never pronounce the names right.
My dyslexia acts up, so it's even worse.
Hello, everybody in chat. I appreciate you being here. Now on to the topic for tonight. I was trying to come up with some topics. Me and Jeff have been kind of pulling some ideas together. And here we go. The special guest tonight, of course, Bueller. But tonight's topics, we're going to talk about, and I want to know your real honest opinions on both of you, the future of YouTube, and how has it changed your comic book collecting habits from past to present? Go ahead, Jeff.
Well, what's changed? I collect to research. I'm collecting more silver and gold. Try to collect more silver and golden age now, seeing everybody else's collection and stuff. So that's pretty much what's changed. I used to only collect modern stuff. I never collected silver or golden age stuff. So that's pretty much changed. What I think where YouTube's gonna be.
Yeah.
How
do you think it's changed our industry, like what we're doing right now?
A lot more variants, and then I have a feeling they're listening to some of the collectors out there.
Do you think it manipulates the markets and sales?
Yeah, it does, because in the past we never had so many variants. Now we got a 1 in 50, 1 in 100, freaking store variants. Because previously we never had store variants, and we had 1 in 50s before, but we never had store variants. We have so many store variants now.
Right.
So
Bueller, you buddy, how YouTube is changed, how it's changed everything, and your comic book collecting habits, future, past, present, your information. That would be very
Well, I will say this, comic books are a visual medium, okay? And YouTube is obviously it's video format. It's a visual type thing. So I think they kind of go hand in hand. I mean, you can look at the background behind me, and those are all comic book covers, and they look good on screen. So I think as far as how that's affected my collecting, just seeing all these books and like watching videos and seeing a book that I didn't even know existed, but it's in your collection or it's in Jeff's collection. I'm like, oh, that looks cool. So I'll go and I'll look for it or try to buy it. That's kind of how it's affected my collecting, because it's opened my eyes to a lot of stuff I didn't know was out there. And it definitely has an effect on, all the different variants that are out there as well. That's so funny. I mean, come on, like right below Jeff.
I knew you'd like that. I knew
That just threw me for a loop. Everyone watching.
Come on, it's our show.
Yeah.
We can do what
You
we
guys,
want.
that's
That's why we do it at night.
Oh my
Sorry, Jeff.
you're good.
What was I saying? What was the question? I'm totally red.
Jeff, you never
Oh,
look so good, buddy.
Yeah, we derailed them.
But I think as far as it definitely somebody's like beeping me like tons of stuff. I get it. But my collecting has been different. It's changed. I don't know if this has a lot to do with YouTube, but I've kind of switched to buying a lot more newer stuff. And when I got back into collecting, I was buying like all the older stuff that I really enjoyed when I was younger. And now I've kind of found that I really enjoy going to the comic shop on Wednesday and seeing all the new books. It brings me back to when I went to the comic shops on Wednesday and bought my books. And I'm enjoying the new stories, and I'm enjoying the new artists and new writers. So I've really found myself buying more new stuff and being okay with not adding older stuff to my collection, because I've already had that stuff before, and it's kind of it's lived its life cycle with me, and now I think it's time for other people to enjoy that stuff. And maybe they didn't have it, but yet I did have it. So I really like the newer stuff. That's kind of where I'm going. And maybe YouTube's kind of played a little part in that, because I see all the stuff that's out there.
Right.
But I definitely think that these two things go hand in hand. I think without YouTube, I probably wouldn't have been collecting like I am collecting now. I wouldn't have been buying the books. Like when I walked into that comic shop for the first time, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, and I bought like a handful of books. And this is, like you said, a couple years ago. And then I went home and I was looking at these books, and I remember having these, and I go, I wonder what's on YouTube. And I literally typed in comics, and I think Captain Strangelove was one of the first ones that popped up.
Awesome.
And a couple other ones popped up as well. And I started watching these. I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. And, I think that it's really up to us as content creators to put stuff out there that brings people back into collecting. Because the story you hear time and time again is, I used to collect. I got out of it. Something happened. I got married. I got kids. I got a new job, whatever. I stopped collecting, but now I'm back collecting again. That's what you hear all the time. It's like I just started collecting like a couple years ago, or just 6 months ago. And I think it's really important that there's quality stuff out there for people to find stuff on YouTube, and then they start collecting again and they enjoy it. So like I said, I think it goes hand in hand.
Right. I agree with you. It's been a very wonderful experience on YouTube for the last 2 years, and I've been watching a lot of YouTube channels about the comic book collecting, and wow, what an experience with so many community members and a lot of love out there. Both of you guys, awesome. We all have a lot of stuff in common. I love art. I also like my comics. You can see Silver Surfer back here. That was an AOK from Comic Spectre. I mean, look how beautiful. I wish the glare wasn't there. It's unfortunate, but
yeah, the glare. I think we talked about that.
Yeah, I know. We did talk about that, but I was trying to fix it. I couldn't do it because of the glass that's back there. Sorry. Boop, boop. Shall we do that again? All right.
Go back to where it was.
Yeah. Go back to where it was.
No, no, the other one.
Other
No, like the other way.
The other way, where Bueller was on top of it.
Yeah, like see,
Yeah.
Go right there.
oh my gosh, this is Robert the comic book G spot.
And if you have a dirty mind, that's on you. So,
That is on me, and you're right.
Yep. It's G for Galvin. Biggie Shack, he's funny.
What are
He's
you gonna do, right?
Yeah.
Now you mentioned like YouTube. Do you have? It's kind of your question is how it's changed over the last couple of years as well.
Noticing, yeah, and I've noticed lots of changes. How it's changed. Like an example, Bueller. I really love your concept idea that you came out with a couple of days ago, where you're kind of like talking to yourself. I've been telling so many people about that. It's awesome how you were just boom, just that's basically what I always say. It's like an art form. You are doing your thing. Wow, that's what I like. You're unique, you're yourself, and you're real. Do you understand what I mean? You're not pulling any bullshit. You're telling people what you know. You're telling them the truth of what you know. You're being honest with them. You're honest with your fans. You're good with your fans. You know how to talk. I mean, come on.
I think that most people who watch my videos and then who have met me and talked to me can pretty much tell you that that's the same guy on screen as you see on screen as you do off screen type thing. Except for I am trying to hunt those ladies off screen. So I mean that's probably the only difference there. But I think just trying to come up with original stuff and like do stuff you enjoy. And literally, I made that video because I was bored, and I was like, you know what? It's not. I don't want to do a video where I'm talking to myself. I mean, that's kind of.
That is the most difficult
I
thing,
want to
buddy.
do a video when there's someone else at the other end of the table type thing, or maybe two other people, but like that video. And that's why it's a concept type thing. But I was just having some fun, and who knows? Maybe I'll do something like that again. But I think one thing I've noticed, when I first started watching YouTube, about a year and a half ago for comic book stuff, everything was very similar. I was seeing pretty much the same thing. It was like I almost couldn't tell one channel from another, and which is fine. But I think you flash forward 6 months later, and a handful of people have come along that were like, okay, let's do some other things. Hey, Joe Ryan's here.
Yes, Joe Ryan's in the house. Yeah, my man.
Joe Ryan. Yeah. But I think a lot of people kind of put their own little spin on things, and I think it just kind of, I definitely wanted to put my spin on it. When I looked at the things, and I was like, okay, I want to do this, but I want to do it so that you remember it, type thing. And I think that's really important. I think you should make stuff that they can identify. Okay, that's Bueller, that's Robert, that's Jeff, that's Joe Ryan type thing. They all have their certain flair or their taste. And I think that goes a long way. I think you see a lot more of that now. I think you see a lot more creativity in people's videos and a lot more outside the box to where it's not just like, a haul video type thing, which I love because I have haul videos and like my longest video series, my coffee series, which is over 50 episodes, that's a haul video, but it's just different. It's literally, I'm just showing the books I got, but I've incorporated some other stuff to the video. Okay. And like when Jeff did his Cantonese stuff, and I noticed that right away, I was like, okay, he's doing this and he's going to teach you Cantonese. That's pretty cool. And I remember talking to Tom and telling Tom, I go, hey, did you watch this guy, Jeff? He's like, no. I go watch it. It's kind of cool. And he watches it. And I'm like, well, the next show we do, I want to make sure we shout out Jeff because I thought that was interesting, unique, and different. And Tom watched it. He felt the same way. So when you see things like that, I think it's important to recognize stuff like that and to point those people out because it does go. It left an impression on me. I saw that and I left an impression.
Me too.
Your video and the video I like the most of yours, you're not even in it, Robert.
Yeah.
But it left an impression. I love the one with you, with your wife, and Thoro's wife.
Yes.
I thought that was great
We're
because
working on another episode.
I hope so, because I thought it was awesome. I love the fact that getting their side and their point of view on their husbands who collect comics. That was really interesting to me, and I enjoyed something like that. Now, the ones that you do, I mean, they're okay, but really, let's be honest, you can't hold a stick to the redhead that lives with you. You know that. The redhead that lives with you, Robert, she's the star of the show.
Of course she is.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not. No. Joe Ryan's going crazy here laughing. Yeah. The Wonder Woman. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. She is a Wonder Woman. Mrs. G is my love of my life, big time. But do me a favor, Jeff. Like, oh, come here. Wait a minute. Say my favorite color in Cantonese to everyone.
Hong Sik. Hong Sik.
Hon Sik.
Yeah, you got it.
Hon Sik. Now say my favorite color is red.
我中意紅色。
Ha.
You never asked me to say those things.
Yeah.
We
我
practice
中意紅色。
once in a while. It's very difficult. I have to watch his videos over and over again. Because see, here's something that's really cool, Bueller. I came across Jeff on another video, another stream, and he was talking about something that we have in common. He really likes Vampirella, and I have a big collection of Dawn, redhead, of course. And we were talking, and I got a hold of him. This is what I'm saying, like the evolution of YouTube, knowing each other, getting to know people. Even on your stream, when you've had special guests, I've actually talked to some of those people, some wonderful people. And me and Jeff, man, we hit it off like crazy. And we had something in common. We hooked up, boom, did a show together, and now we're doing this. This is so much fun. We really enjoy it.
You definitely meet a lot of people. I mean, my bubble of friends compared to a year and a half ago, it's like, it's so much larger. I mean, it's not even in comparison. And even though maybe I haven't like shook your hand in person, I still, feel really good kinship with all these people that I've met and talked to, even for a short period of time. Like Joe Ryan, who you put the comment up there, I've talked to him less than a few hours, okay? But there's a bond right there between him and I because of one, what we do, and two, the passion we share for collecting comics.
Exactly.
Same thing for Biggie Shack. Same thing for a lot of people. It's like, perfect example. Last week, I got to go to Bungie Studios to go tour where they make Destiny and Halo, okay? And that is because one of the gentlemen, he's a YouTuber, Knights of Old. He's watched some of my videos. I watched some of his. We kind of, corresponded and talked and stuff like that. So last week I went and met him for the first time like that, dude. We bonded like that. Instant friends. We already have the connection of comics. We're comic guys. And we spent the whole day together, went and had lunch. It was awesome.
Now, real quick, I got one real quick. I'm going to do this with me. Joe Ryan, I'm talking to you, my brother. I would love to have a show with you. So whenever you get the time, please, I would love to do an interview with you, talking to you. I love you, brother.
It looks like you're talking to me.
Yeah.
To us.
I think you're talking to everybody.
I like Joe Ryan just as much as I like you, Bueller. He's got an awesome show.
Yep.
I gotta tell you, I watch Joe Ryan's reviews on his books, and really, he's probably the only one that I watch do reviews.
Yeah.
Because and I've talked to him about this, and one of the reasons I don't really do reviews is because I don't want to spoil the book, and it's really hard not to spoil the comic itself. And a lot of people who do reviews on books, they just tell you the plot. It's not a real review. They just tell you the plot, and they go, "Oh, I don't like it," type thing. And I don't want to know the plot. I just want to know a review
I'm thinking of that.
so that I can go read the book and enjoy what I read.
Right.
Joe Ryan does a really good job at that on his reviews. I've watched his reviews, quite a few of them, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I really enjoy him. He does a really good job. My go-to channel for comic book reviews, and he's doing a ton of them, so it's awesome.
Yeah.
That's mine. Joe Ryan's.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, so Joe Ryan's is more comic book review. That's where I go most of the time. I tried to do it, didn't work out.
I tried it too. I've done a few reviews, and I was like, sometimes I've done stuff. I'm like, you know what, that's not very good, and that's just not my bag. I'm not good. Maybe I can get better, but I don't know. But I'll stick with what I'm good at, and then I'll work on the other stuff. And I've done reviews, and I was like, I don't think I did a good job, and I can tell it's not what I would want to watch, and that's kind of what I put on myself. Now his stuff, when I watch it, I enjoy watching it because like I said, it doesn't give away the book. You can tell he's dedicated to reading the books and all that stuff. It really takes a lot of time and thought when he puts his reviews together.
And that's something I truly believe in. When it comes to like artists, this is an art form. The stuff behind me is an art form. Joe Ryan has got his own art form in his videos, and the way he does his videos. You have your own art form, the way you do your videos. And I believe in supporting people like that. So it's like huge. I mean, you guys just knock it out of the ballpark. You do your homework, everything. It's awesome. And look at.
I just make stuff up.
Dude, no, you don't.
I don't even
like X-Men and Wolverine and Punisher. They're freaking awesome. Those were awesome.
Yeah, I did have to look those up.
Good. What?
I did have to look those up.
Well, did you research before you said it?
Oh yeah.
That was awesome. And then like Joe Ryan, for example. Now come on, Joe 4771. Be nice. Be nice. We talk a little respect in the chat. Thank you. You get my point.
Here we got Seawood. He's in the chat. What's up, Seawood?
Yeah, I shouted him out. I actually put him out there a couple times, actually.
I saw it.
Yep.
I see things.
Yeah, so do I.
We all see things.
Okay, so welcome everybody in chat. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending some time here. I really appreciate it. And Joe, I'm going to say this again. Me and Jeff are going to say this. Give me a second. Why can't I do that? Why won't that work?
You have to have me on there too. Depending on the different boxes,
guys.
Depending on the different boxes, we get to see more boobs.
Looking at Joe. Looking at Joe in the camera right now to be on my show.
Okay.
I want him on the midnight show, the late night with us comic book with a hook show.
Comic book with a hook.
Please.
Yep.
Please.
I would love it. I would love to interview him too. I would like to get the meeting.
On the hook and the book show. You got the
hook show.
Bring the books.
Yeah.
And just so you know, chat, everybody in chat and everybody that's come here tonight, I really appreciate it. This has been a lot of fun. But we will every Saturday at midnight have our show, and we will show a different book every Saturday. Me and Jeff, a single one, and we'll give you a little history on it. And tonight, this is what the series was on this one. Yeah. And we will show a book and talk about it. And I just talked about this one. So you have to watch it on the rewind if you want to know more about it.
Yep.
Like,
to see if we can get you on the hook.
There you go. And we got you on the hook.
Yep.
Exactly. Yep. And let me see. We're doing pretty good for time, you guys. That was pretty excellent. Yes. Biggie Shack, this is one big thing to me. I like that. Joe is good at staying positive. Absolutely. And I like that too. The positivity, none of the negativity, and none of all the hate is ridiculous.
I'm kind of tired of all this positivity. I'm thinking about going to the dark side. I mean, if a girl in that Star Wars movie is going to the dark side, I think Bueller could go to the dark side.
Okay, well, since we're talking, this show is about comic books, entertainment, movies, that kind of thing. Did you guys see? I seen it 2 days ago, and I almost dropped I was like, literally, wow. Did you guys see the Joker trailer?
Yes.
I want your honest opinion. What did you think?
I'll go ahead and go.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna have to step out here in about 5 minutes, so I'll go ahead and go first. Okay.
Go ahead,
So I saw. Obviously, this is the second trailer. Okay, the first trailer I saw, you saw a Joker who was really pathetic and weak and beat down. Total 180 in this trailer that came out just a couple days ago. He is like in control. He is master of his domain type thing. And I love how they did the contrast in it. I mean, the part where he's laughing and then he's not laughing at a blink of an eye type thing. And he's like, call me Joker. And it's like, it's so great to see, you know, because I thought in the first trailer, man, he's the victim. He's playing the victim type thing. For in this one, I see maybe he was a victim for a little bit, but he steps up and he becomes who we all have known to be the villain that he is. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty excited about it. I got pretty pumped up.
Awesome. That's okay. My brother Jeff.
Well, I got one word. It's interesting. I'll give it a once over. Like I said, with that trailer, like I really enjoyed it. So I'm pretty excited to see where it goes from there.
Well, I'll tell you. I'm seeing what I actually like about the trailer. What it's showing me is instead of, and Thorough said it the best. And by the way, if anybody doesn't know Thorough, you got to check out his video, and also his auction he had tonight was friggin' phenomenal. You even had an auction that was beautiful too on Friday. That was excellent. That was so much fun. But squirrel, you guys, you're not saying squirrel. So
that's not the safe word no more. Everybody knows that.
Cheetah.
Anyway, what I thought was really cool was, and Thorough said it the best, and what it's showing is it's not showing you the typical Joker falling into the vat of slime like the books. It's giving you the psychological profile of this guy, how he becomes who he is. Now, in the trailer, they show spoilers, if nobody's seen it. If you haven't seen it yet, I don't know where you guys are, but you should see it. The part where he's talking to the psychiatrist and asking the psychiatrist, are you even listening to what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, that's like normal society not listening to anything, to anybody with a normal brain and, two eyes in the middle of their head about it. But it's showing you the psychological profile before he becomes psychotic, But I think it's going to be really a good movie. And Joaquin Phoenix playing a role, I think is fantastic.
Yeah.
I
agree. The first trailer looked great. Like I said, my only worry on the first trailer was, man, he's playing the victim type thing. And I don't want the Joker to be the victim type thing, which a little bit, yeah. In the second trailer, you still get a little bit of that victim mentality, but you see the psychoticness that this guy has.
Right.
And, he's more in control than maybe he's letting on to be. He just needs that little switch to come on, to turn it on type thing. And this trailer showed that switch going off. And even when he's talking to that psychiatrist, and he's like, all you do is ask me if I have bad thoughts, and all I have is bad thoughts type thing. And it's like, he's in control in that situation right there when he's sitting there smoking that cigarette, having that conversation with her, and she realizes it. You can see the look on her face. She's like, man, there's more to this guy than how his week is type thing.
So I think that's really going to do some really good justice, especially a little pump for the DC universe, which is really good. And I'm really liking that part because DC needs a little help right now. They've always made great animation. Their animation's been great. And their comic book line they've been doing very well, but their animation's phenomenal. If you guys haven't seen Batman Hush yet, I just watched that like a week ago. Wow. That was awesome storyline. Now I want to get the story arc in comic book form.
I have it.
Do you have it?
Yeah, I have it.
Do you have it in book or all the series?
I have it in trade.
Trade?
It's better to read it in trade. I like it in trade better than I like it in single issue.
Right. Did you have something, Bueller?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave here in about 2 minutes,
And you'll come back?
and I'll be back in like 5-10 minutes.
Okay, cool.
All
So
right.
I want you guys to talk about My Little Pony and The Lion King.
That's, by the way, you guys, everybody out in the
We got
community, I'm going to put this big shout out. Bueller is a secret brownie. He loves My Little Pony. So, he
No.
and you want
I'm all the way on this side
Little
now.
Ponies? He's a big brownie.
Robert, how you doing?
He loves it.
Hey, how's it going, Robert?
Hey, how you doing, buddy? You go the right way, wrong way. Hey, buddy, what's up?
It's okay. Hey, I'm doing okay. All right, guys, I'm gonna take off. I'll be back in 5-10 minutes. Okay.
Hey, brother.
All right.
All right.
I got to figure out how to get the 2-pager up here.
You're good.
Are we good there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're good.
All right. So, anything you'd like to talk about tonight, buddy?
Actually, the other book I read this week was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Tommy Gun Wizards.
Let me put you on here real quick. There you go, buddy.
Yeah. Tommy Gun Wizards.
Please
Pretty
tell
interesting. It felt a little bit like if you watched Elliot Ness, the movie, it felt a little like that, but with Magic Order. It actually felt pretty good, interesting. It's like 1930 the times when mobsters were running around, but mobsters having magic powers. That's pretty interesting.
Awesome.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting. It feels like it's during like Al Capone time.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
I know you really like Gangster, and what else is it? Something else. Other
Yeah.
than Barbarella, what else? Tell the community what you like, buddy.
Yeah, I like pretty much gangster type books or old school type books, and then I like one of my favorite characters is Swamp Thing. A lot of people don't know that, but like the very first comic movie I ever saw when I was a kid was actually a Swamp Thing. It was the very first Swamp Thing movie. So Swamp Thing is one of my favorites.
How could you not forget when you were a little kid? I was a little boy too at 16.
Yeah.
Those big boobies.
Yeah.
What was her name? What was her name? I can't even freaking remember her name.
Now you got me thinking.
Your speaker.
Yeah.
Speaker.
Speaker.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go, buddy.
Better?
Yep.
Okay.
There you go, buddy.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then Howard the Ducks one. That's another one that I grew up with. Howard the Ducks, one of my favorites too. I thought he was kind of interesting. So.
Yep. Howard the Duck. You know what? Aren't they supposed to make like Aren't they supposed to make?
They're supposed to be remaking it, and it's supposed to be Kevin Smith producing it.
Right.
Yeah, they're supposed to be redoing it. Gonna be pretty interesting if they're gonna leave it rated R. It'd be kind of cool.
Right.
Leave it adult oriented because the Duck's always been adult oriented anyways. If they gear it towards kids, it's gonna be a little weird.
Good night, Chad. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. And let's see here.
What does any questions from the chat?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Any questions in the chat tonight? We have 8 people at midnight. Wow. It looks like we're not the only vampires on the planet.
we had earlier. We had like 11.
Yeah, excellent. Like I said, community, just so you be aware of it, even if you watch this on the rewind, I really appreciate your support. Jeffrey, really appreciate your support. Big time.
We all appreciate it.
Yeah, big time. This is a huge hobby to us, to me and Jeff. And if it wasn't for YouTube, I don't think Jeff and I would have ever met. It's been amazing. It's been a fun experience.
Yep.
We watched the movie the other night together. It was great. Godzilla. Godzilla was awesome. I couldn't believe it. Story was a little cheesy, but it was still good.
Yeah, story a little cheesy, but if you're in there for the kaiju fights, that was the best one out of all of them because it had so many kaiju fights.
Cheers, everybody. Cheers, my buddy. Yep. This has been fun.
Cheers.
Really fun. We'll try to keep it going for 10 minutes until he gets back. I know we'll have more.
We can. Oh, and then another one I enjoyed the actual ending to was
Hold on. Make it show.
I
Ooh,
got
yes.
Bone Pairs. I really enjoyed the ending to
this, and I need to read that like big time.
Mhm.
Heard a lot of good things about that.
Yeah, you snort dead people. That's all
Say
I
it
gotta
again.
say. Yeah, you snort dead people. You snort dead people's ashes as a drug.
Wow, really?
Mm-hmm. That's all I got. That's all I'm telling you. That's it. That's all I'm telling you.
Well,
Nothing
you want
else.
to hear a little? You want to hear a little? This is going to sound a little morbid, everybody. So sorry, I'm going to say it because this is just in my wishes, in my will, buddy. This is my will.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
If I could do it legally, the only way you can do it legally is they allow it on the ocean and they don't allow it on a lake. But you know what they call like a pond fire, where you can get burned on top of a big fire pit. You get cremated. I don't want to be cremated commercially. I think it's a bunch of crap.
Right. You want to be the Viking style.
Yes, and get cremated that way. And then
Right.
my descendants, my wife or my kids or somebody, take my ashes, take a little scoop of my ashes and my favorite liqueur or absinthe, sprinkle little tiny ashes in the drink, and then spread it a little shot to everybody. They all get a piece of me.
This is almost what this is about.
Are you kidding me? That's my wish, and my wife knows it. You would just be like a little. It sounds bizarre. Sorry, guys, but I'm not a big cemetery person. I think they're a waste of space, and I'm not being insensitive. I just think, I bury me in a shroud, put me on a big oak tree, and feed me right back to earth. That's just how I see it. Period.
That's cool.
Me.
That's cool. But like I said, this is what this is about. Almost.
Is that Colin Bunn?
Yeah.
It is. Okay,
it's
that's what
fun. Yep.
Saying. Nice.
One of my favorite. This was one of my favorites. He wrote a pretty decent Venom run too, so that was good too. And this was good, really good.
Nice.
Can't wait to see the show. I really can't see because it's supposed to be auctioned off as a show, so I can't wait to see that.
Look at this, Biggie Shack. He's on a roll.
Yeah, and he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be on Silver 8 Sundays tomorrow with us. Biggie's supposed to be on Silver 8. I said Biggie's supposed to be on Silver 8 Sundays with us tomorrow.
With who?
With us. Well, Biggie's supposed to be on with.
I haven't got an invite. I have no idea.
Yeah, well, I asked Javi, so I don't know if Javi invited you yet or not, because I think Hialeah is going to be in Key West, so he might. Well, I'll ask Javi again.
Is safe. I hope he's okay. I tried contacting him today, and he was kept on going off and on because I know that thing is coming towards their area.
Yeah. So he's probably been he's told me he's been busy at work, so he could have been busy. He's been busy all week.
I've never entered one of these contests, but Biggie's saying, "Oh, I got my silvers ready." So is it whatever you want, or does it have to be a silver age?
Oh no! The silver. Are you talking about the slapdown, or are you talking about what you talking?
Slapdown. I think that's what he's talking about too.
Yeah, slapdown thing is it's up completely up to Chad and Complicated 84. It's up to them what like they'll give you a topic, and then if
sorry, buddy, go ahead. Say it again.
So they give you a topic. The slapdown works is they give you a topic of whatever it is. Let's just say, Robert against me, a bunch of skull covers. You know what I mean? Skull covers, and then you would go into your collection and grab all the covers that have skulls on it, and we would battle each other with the covers. So we would say, you would bring one out. Tell them how old it is and where, who wrote it and stuff like that. And that's pretty much how slapdown works. And then you try to talk down the other person's book. Like, his book got nothing on mine. It's pretty much like a wrestling match, pretty much.
No, okay. So that's how you compete. There he is. There's our buddy. Yeah. We made it to 10 minutes, I think. We were talking about the slapdown show. They're going to have a slapdown show on which channel is it? Biggie Shaq is competing.
No. Biggie Shaq's not competing. The Biggie Shaq's gonna be on the Silver Age Sunday show with Conquistadorks, me, if Hialeah's there, it's gonna be Hialeah, and then there's another thing that 90 does. It's called the Slapdown, and that thing's on Saturday nights. It was supposed to be yeah, Sunday night. My bad, Sunday night.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he's supposed to be announcer or something like that tomorrow, I think.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly. 90 and them would know better than I would.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Very cool.
Buddy, welcome back.
Yeah, see, that wasn't long.
No, it wasn't long.
Yeah, he just works right down the street. It's like a mile away. So
Okay, I have one little tiny thing I've got to say here. I'm going to put myself up here for just a second. Just give me a moment.
Okay.
Something I got to say here really quick. All right. This is, I entered a contest a couple months back. And by Mike and Rocco. He's got his little son that sits on a little chair next to him, and he's calling him Rocco, and he's talking to him, and you see the baby like, it's really cute, you guys. You haven't seen him. But the Mike and Rocco show, morning show, he's also got a YouTube channel, and he's also, I think, runs a comic book store, the Comic Book Kinetics. But he had a I think it was a 300 subscriber contest, entered it. I got lucky, and I was like, wow, okay, cool. So I got it. I won the contest. And this is what he sent me. And I thought it was pretty awesome, regardless of the fact it wasn't the slab. This is so cool. His business card. I got a black cat. Beautiful cover. Love that. And then we got Snyder. Love the Batman. Nice.
Hey, Robert.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's called Catwoman.
Yeah, Catwoman.
Not Black Cat.
All right.
Yeah, it's called Catwoman. There's a difference.
Yes, there is.
One tried to get married to Batman.
Catwoman.
The other one is in Marvel.
Yes. True. Sorry. Thank you, buddy.
No
Thank you.
worries.
But to Mike, I appreciate the okay. This was great. Thank you for thank you for this. Much appreciated. This is that redhead cover I was telling you about, Bueller, that I got that shocked me. I'm loving this.
Oh, that's cool.
Isn't that beautiful? This year the villain series I'm really
Oh, is that Black Widow?
yeah, beautiful. Look at her eyes.
No, it's a DC villain, I think.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
Sometimes
Bueller, anything you'd like to talk about, brother?
I amuse myself. Anything I want to talk? You asking me?
Yes, sir. Anything interesting? Anything that you'd like to talk about?
Well, I bought like 200 books today. That was a good day.
Tell us about it.
So I got. I had to buy more.
Books you can show us. Please show us.
Well, I bought these ones right here because of you. These. I don't know if you can see them all.
You bought them?
They're all Kiss the Psycho Circus.
Yeah, I sent you a bunch.
Yeah, you sent me one of the magazines I remember. And then I saw these at a store today, and I bought them all. So
Cool.
these were all like in the 50-cent bin. So I was like, oh, cool, I'll buy them.
That's the first one, I think, right there, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the first one.
Yep.
So I bought those, and then I bought a bunch of Batman books. I was literally looking for Batman DC stuff, and I bought about 100 Batman books, and I got a couple. I think you would like. I saw this one. I was like, "Oh, Robert would like this one because he likes gold." Look at that.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, gold.
Nice. It's nice.
And there's some great like Mike Mignola covers as well. Everything
That's really nice.
And one of my favorite, I think this one is by Jim Starlin. If I'm not mistaken, he wrote that one.
Who did?
I think it's a Starlin book.
Is it really?
It says Starlin. Yeah.
That's cool. See, this is one thing I like. Jeff, this is awesome in community. When Bueller does these kind of like, he'll do a coffee video show like this, and he'll show all his calls and stuff. It makes my week, literally. A cup of coffee.
So
that stuff is awesome.
this one right here, there's if I'm not mistaken, there's a Spider-Man book that looks just like that. If anyone's watching knows what I'm talking about, I know there's a Spider-Man book that's for Marvel that's just like this cover. I don't know if one's cool from the other, but I've seen that post before on a different book. But I thought it was pretty cool.
Joe Ryan saying something about Mingola. Who's that? You see that, Bueller?
Mike Mignola? Yeah, the Mike Mignola.
Yeah.
Those were one of the first ones I showed. This one is kind of cool. I like the color scheme on this book.
Oh yeah, that is
Beautiful looking cover. I like that one.
See what I mean, Jeff? See, this is what it's all about, and this is kind of what I'm talking about. Our show is going to be about on Saturdays. Very open discussion. Maybe have a topic. We'll show a book, and then we'll have conversations like this. Yeah. Look at what. Oh my goodness! Sorry, you guys. The art chemist is in the house. My brother.
Yeah.
How you doing? Shout him out.
What's up, art chemist?
It's just me here.
Hmm.
They're just staring
In
at
the
me.
chat.
There you go.
Let's do that. There we go. Art chemist, what do you think of the booby shop? Sorry, I didn't say it that way. I really didn't.
Hey, Jeff, my son's here now. Do you want to see if he'll answer that question you asked me earlier in the show?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll ask him again.
I'll see if he can. Hey, buddy, you want to come here for a
How
minute?
about have your son come on? I would love to see that. He's a good singer, by the way. You guys.
Robert, Galvin, and
His son
Jeff.
is a singer.
You gotta call
these guys.
These guys. He knows all you guys because I watched all the videos. All right, here comes the younger one.
Hello?
Nice.
Nice.
The singer, right? You done any more videos?
Yeah.
Man, you look like your dad. Holy mackerel.
I'm sorry.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hey.
Yep.
This is my son, Christian. Christian, this is Jeff. That's Robert.
How you doing?
What's up?
All right, man. I had the question for your dad.
Yeah, me
I had
too.
the question for your dad. How do you feel about your dad doing YouTube?
Do you have any children?
How do you feel? How do you feel about your dad doing YouTube?
I think it's cool. I mean, there's a lot of things in the house that are just comic book based, so I didn't realize that it was going to become such a part of my life. But it definitely made me appreciate comic books more. And I think everybody that he talks to on YouTube is pretty cool. Like, everyone seems to be really passionate about what they do.
He likes Sam.
Sam's
Sam hangs out a lot, and him and Sam talk quite a bit, so it's kind of cool. He watches all Sam's videos too.
yeah.
So Christian.
So that's good. I guess he likes. Remember when I said it earlier? Oh, kids are the worst. I take it back. They're
Of
not
course.
bad. He's home now, so I
Sam's
can't
in here.
say that. So
And
Well,
Biggie
that's my
Shaq.
question.
yeah, Biggie Shaq asked if you have any books. You want to tell him?
Yeah, I
about it?
do.
Is it
Yeah.
okay if he talks about one of his books?
Absolutely, please.
We'll give him a little bit of
Right.
No, I know.
what you have.
Yeah. I have some Adventure Time books were given to me, but I only read like one or two of them because they're not that interesting to read. But I did get into this series called The Beyonders.
But Aftershock.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. Did you read those?
That's really good.
No.
No, not yet.
I read the first issue. I really liked it.
Yeah, I have I think like 7 issues.
Yeah, you have issue 1, but got you the trade first.
Yeah, the trade.
But he saw that book and he was like, "Oh, that book kind of looks cool." I think he was with me somewhere in a comic shop. He saw the cover
Yeah, I like the cover.
and he liked the cover, and then he was asking about the series, and they ordered me a copy at one of my shops, and so I gave it to him, and he read it, and then I found number one, the cover that he likes, because there's multiple, and so I got him that. It was only like $1 or something like that. So.
What you like, Christian?
What's up?
That's kind of what you like. You like that kind of story?
Yeah, those were my favorite ones. Not traditional like superheroes.
Okay. Have you seen? What's that?
That one was more of like conspiracy and like government related stuff. So I'm interested in those type of stories.
Cool. Did you get a chance to see the Amazon show? What's the new Amazon show? It's like the anti-heroes.
The Boys.
Boys. Did you see that yet?
No, I haven't watched it, but we watched some YouTube videos about it.
Yeah.
I think you might enjoy that. Check it out. It's really well done. They did a good job.
Okay.
Can I see your shirt? Your shirt is very interesting. Sorry.
Yeah.
Is that what is that? Is
It's
that
like the solar
stars?
system. It has all the different constellations on it.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Your son's already got my heart. That's
He likes
awesome.
that. Christian, well, he's he likes rocks. He's always been a rock hound type thing. He's got crystals and stuff like that, and
So do I. We have a huge collection of them. Miss G collects them like crazy.
yeah, you'd like
Yeah.
some of what he makes. You'd really like some of the stuff he
Who
makes.
is that?
His wife.
Oh, okay.
Miss G. Yeah, Miss G.
She made jewelry.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
It's
Yeah,
really cool.
all natural rocks. Yeah, everything. Yeah, really, really pretty. I'll show them sometime on one of our shows. Wait a minute. Miss G just popped in the chat. Look at this.
Oh, she's right
There you
There
go.
she is. She's saying hi
Yeah.
to you.
I know that. I mean, I know the stuff that Christian likes, and from what you showed me, Robert, I know that Christian would like the stuff that she does.
Very cool. Good. We'll get you hooked up with Miss G. She'll talk to you. She'll
All right.
she'll even do a custom piece for you. If you want something special, she'll do a custom exactly the way you want it.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Color, rock, whatever it is. Just let us know. She'll do it. Boom. Done.
Okay. Is she on Instagram?
She does have
She
an
is.
Instagram account. Yes, she does.
Oh, she does?
Yep. I'll
What
give
is
it to you, Bueller.
Okay.
Okay.
No problem. So let me ask. Okay, first, I don't want to be rude. Jeff?
Take advantage of having my son here. 'Cause
I
he
am
doesn't-
right now. It's awesome. I want Jeff to ask some questions. And don't make him too difficult. And put him on the spot. I love it. Go ahead, buddy. Jeffrey, go ahead.
All right. Yeah. The other question is, do you get recognized when you go into town with your dad, since he does the YouTube thing?
We did cover some Comic Cons,
Uh-huh.
and so he gets recognized in those places all the time. But we are going to go to Rose City coming up, which I got time off of work for,
Awesome.
so I'm pretty excited for that.
Awesome.
And but not like walking on the street or anything. But if we do go into the comic book shops, then usually there's like one person there that recognizes him. It just so happens to be that we run into them.
Yeah, it's limited to comic shops and comic cons. That's it. Anywhere outside of there, people are like, "Get away from me," type thing. But comic cons, comic shops, most definitely.
Yeah.
So out of your comic book collecting, what is one, and I'm not going to try to make it too difficult for you, but what is the biggest challenge with your father? Collecting or anything that he's a good dad. I can see that.
The biggest challenge.
Yeah.
Anything's
a challenge with your dad?
No, I'm just thinking about like the progression we've made, because I've been here for about a year.
Yep.
And the way that the show has moved from what it was to what it is now,
Mhm.
like all these different challenges pop into my head along the way, but they were all things that made the show better, like the lighting that we got and making these different sets. So they were like every challenge is just an improvement on what he's trying to do.
Right.
It makes it better for the show. So I'm happy for whatever happens.
I
That's
mean,
awesome.
he's seen me for hours and hours work on videos, and he asked me the other day. He goes, "What did you say? You were like He goes, you said something about iMovie. You're like, I don't know how you do that
Oh, yeah.
on iMovie." And the videos I put together, and because he knows iMovie because he has it on his computer, and he knows the limitations on there, and he's like, I don't know how you can put that together using just iMovie. And I was like, it takes a lot of work to do that because I mean, he knows, he sees me out, he sees me get frustrated, with stuff, and because it's not good enough or something's off, and I redo it and everything, and then I'll be up late at night yelling at the camera over and over. This poor kid has to hear it. He's heard me say that line more than anyone else.
Yep.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Comics with Bueller. He's in his room. Shut the hell up. I know he is.
Let me ask you, Christian, what is it like now? Your dad has got an amazing following. He's got people like, I'm a big geek. I'm a geek for your dad. I'm sorry, I'm not a stalker. I'm as good.
Yeah.
I like your dad. Your dad's a wonderful person. He's been, an example. It's like, like this right here, this book. You sent me this. This is a letter that your dad sent me. It was very heartfelt, felt, and I just want you to know how special your dad is. And it's not just me, but there's a lot of community members out there that really take that into account, and you got a very special father. And I know it can be rough. You're a boy. I had a daughter and a son, and you do kind of treat them both a little bit different, but not much. You know what I'm saying? You got a wonderful father. How about that?
Yeah, thank you. No, I
All
mean,
mushy stuff aside. Sorry.
I bet you he definitely connects a lot of people, because if you're just a viewer and you're not making content, then you kind of feel alone. But when you have someone that makes a community around it, especially with like writing letters to people.
Sure.
People who run businesses don't really take that extra step.
Exactly. And that was kind of part of my question. It's like, how do you feel about that with he's like a movie star almost. He's famous.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy. YouTube, you are blown across the entire country. You got people in Europe that follow you. Come on. How does that make you feel? I mean, listen, he's been to a few cons and in public. Have you ever been like stopped when you're with your father and someone noticed him from YouTube?
Well, I think about when we're going to the cons and these other people have booths that we go to and we interview them. Like, I just think eventually it's just going to be the other way around.
Yep.
Where we're not going to be able to interview people. It's just going to be like a booth for him. And then like people are going to walk up and just.
How does that make you feel? Seriously, how does it make you feel?
It's cool, like, to bring up in conversation because a lot of people love Marvel,
sure,
especially with like the movies coming up. So I'm like, yeah, I know everything about Marvel. Pretty much. Just
sure. So you're mostly Marvel, right?
Yeah, mostly Marvel.
Yeah.
You got to remember that
it's okay.
He spent 20 years of nobody listening to me at all, and then all of a sudden, in the last couple of years, people have decided to start listening to what I have to say. So to me, it's weird, and I know for my kids, it's probably weird for them as well.
Nice. Jeff, do you have anything to ask him? I have one more thing, but I'm just going to wait. Jeffrey, go ahead.
Yeah, I had one more.
Yes, please.
I know he had a little music career going. So has your dad helped your music career?
My next one. Yep.
A little bit. Well, we have used like the same microphone, so we tried that out, and like with some album covers that I did, because we have this lighting setup and then a bunch of like backgrounds that we use. So I've had a couple ideas that I've tried with that. So not in the writing process or anything like that, but with
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Yeah, with other media,
Nice.
general media stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, he helped me shoot his video, a little bit of the footage and stuff for one of his music videos.
Oh yeah.
With the green screen and all that stuff. And you know, I said this before. I'm not a big music like hip hop type guy. Like he's talking
Ready.
kind of like when I talk to him about topics and stuff. He's like, oh, okay, you know, whatever. It's the same way when he talks to me about the local hip hop or most current hip hop people. I don't know who they are, and I don't know if it's any good, to be honest with you. I'll listen to it. I'm like, is that supposed to be good? I don't know, you know, type thing. But you know what? I've always told him this. As long as you enjoy doing it, and if you're passionate about it, and one thing about my kids I admire, you know, there's different degrees of success, and you can measure it whatever you want. But if you do something that you enjoy and you're passionate about doing it, then I say go for it. You know, he likes doing that. He's going to give it a shot. Okay. What comes of it, you know, nobody knows. And he doesn't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. You know, what comes of doing comic book YouTube videos, you know, if it gets bigger, great. If it doesn't, you know, whatever type thing.
Right.
But as long as I've noticed that in my kids, that they get hooked on something and they kind of go for it. You know, my daughter's the same way. When she's doing something, she's really focused. So,
what do you think of your sister doing the bodybuilding and stuff, the physical fitness? What do you think of that?
Well, you hold up that like hammer or like sword or whatever, and like that was the coolest part for me when after the awards were given out, like she brought like this dagger and this sword, and they were so like cool. Like they lay it at their feet while they're standing up there. They don't even have to do that. Yeah, it's like praising them. That was a cool part.
Our Noakes is at least my father's side. We're competitive people, and you know, whenever it comes to sports or stuff like that, we've always been very competitive. You know, like when I was playing basketball, I like to play and I like to just, you know, bury it, you know, and make you look like an idiot type thing. And, you know, but my dad was the same way. My brother was the same way. And my daughter is, you know, the same way when she's doing her sports. Christian, when he was doing sports and stuff, he was focused the same way. He was like running every day. He was doing all that thing. So we're very competitive when it comes to that type of thing.
Right.
Thanks, Dad.
Do you have any
Ping pong.
What was that?
Do you have any questions for us? Like, why are we such super nerds?
he lives with one. He knows.
I have to admit, Christian, I actually listened to a few of your music tracks with you singing, and I thought they were pretty damn good.
Thank you.
I told your dad that. I really liked them. Yep. So everybody out in the community, if you haven't seen them yet, Christian, give yourself a plug, please.
Oh, I got a YouTube channel and SoundCloud.
Wait a second, buddy. Wait a second. Sorry.
Yeah.
Make sure you're getting full spectrum.
We're gonna get full screen. Look at
that. Knock yourself out. Please tell the community about you.
All right, I got an Instagram, and that is _Noakes, NOAKES, and the same name on SoundCloud, which is soundcloud.com/the Noakes. And YouTube also has my music on there. It's just the Noakes as well on YouTube. And I have a couple music videos on there, but I'll have more music out and I'll spend more time on projects, so they'll get better as time goes on.
I think that's awesome.
That's cool.
He's been working a lot lately.
Yeah. What do you do, Christian? What do you do for right now?
Oh, I work at Fred Meyer. I work at the produce department.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you work in produce. My wife.
He's feeding America.
Yeah, it's kind of important.
Miss C would love you. You worked in produce? Yeah, she'd be right there. That's home.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Christian, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I hope I didn't put you on the spot or embarrass you in any way. You know, it's late night. We're all good. Love the t-shirt. I love. Could you stand up one more time real close? Hold on.
Yeah.
We're going to watch some of the rewind. And wait a second. What's going on?
Look at all those boobs.
All right, there we go. Get this off here. Hide. There we go. Look at that.
Yeah.
You will love that. Thank you so much. That was really awesome. Sorry.
All right, you guys done with him?
Yeah, I got food.
Listen,
Look at your food.
thank you so much. We really appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Very
nice talking to you.
Thank you,
Nice
buddy.
talking to you too.
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome, buddy.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Very, very cool. Look at that. Surprise guest. His
Yep.
son.
Yeah.
Family. Family first. This is one thing I truly believe in. And when we talk about family in terms of family as a community, let's try to get that right too. This here, this is my family, including my wife, my kids, and everybody else out there. YouTube community, all a family. Treat everybody the same way with respect and how you want to be respected. And have fun.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, right. What are you drinking anyway?
It's just
A drink?
soda pop.
Soda.
This is some cheap soda pop that Sam doesn't like when he comes over. He's always like, "Oh, you got that generic pop?" I go, "Yeah, I got that generic pop."
Jeff, do you have anything else you'd like to ask Bueller while we're here, buddy?
Not really. He answered most of what I had to ask him, so not
Awesome.
really. Do you?
I want to say thank you very much, Bueller. It's much appreciated.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for being on the show. Jeffrey, my co-host, please, this was awesome.
Yes, it is.
Yay! Did it.
Yeah, tune in next week.
Tune in next week. And anything you'd like to say, Jeff? You'd like to plug your show?
All right. I'll plug a couple of things if you want.
Anything you want to talk about?
All right, guys.
Talk
I'm
about
gonna be on Silver Age Sundays tomorrow with Conquistadorks, probably Biggie Shack, 90 MF Comics on Conquistadorks channel, and then I have CCW episode 30 dropping on Wednesday. It's gonna be at 1 p.m. EST. So stay tuned, guys. So what do you got going on, Robert?
Hold on. We gotta change that. There we go. Anything else? I love your T-shirt, God of Thunder. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Not that I have. Oh yeah. Oh, and book on a hook on Saturday midnight, 1 o'clock Eastern, midnight PST. So
Make sure you come-
those are the shows I'm gonna be on. So anything else, Robert, on
Nope.
your side?
Nah, not yet. I'll wait for me. I'll be the last one to say anything. We're gonna give it to Bueller.
Okay.
And
right.
sorry, Bueller, it's taking me a second here. Thank you, community. Here we go.
What am I doing?
Anything you want to plug?
Plug.
New shows, plug your stuff, buddy. Go away.
Let's see.
Knock yourself out. This is your time.
If you haven't checked out my other channel, Nerd Talk with Bueller, please do so. It's a lot of fun. I do all my live streams on there going forward. All my live streams are on that show, that channel. I want to say thanks. Something kind of cool happened today. Today. One of my videos that I put out a couple weeks ago, my top 3 favorite Marvel stories, the one that you voted. That video just got over 1,000 views.
Cool.
So that makes it, since I got over 1,000 views, that is 100 straight videos in a row that you guys have watched it over 1,000 times. And so I think that's pretty cool. And, to have 100 straight videos to all reach 1,000 views or more, I don't take that for granted. And I want to say thanks to everyone who took the time to watch all those videos and the thousands of people that have watched them. Thank you so much. So that means a lot. And my new video came out today, the comic book collections featuring the Flash. DC books, a little bit different, but I put a little new intro, and I got some new logos as well I'm working on. So anyway, that's about it. But thank you so much, everyone who watched all the it's actually like 105 videos now in a row that have over 1,000 views at least. And but thank you so much to everybody taking the time to watch that stuff. It means the world to me. Back to you, Robert.
Brother, thank you for being here. Much love. Really appreciate it. My brother, Jeff, this was so much fun. I'm going to try to take us out here now. Just stick around, you guys. Okay, stick around. And to you, the community, thank you for being here, everybody. And anybody who watches on the rewind, much love, much appreciate you being here, spending just a little bit of time, having some entertainment out of what you got. Hope that you take it away something special tonight. We will be doing this every Saturday at midnight. That's the time frame we got, the witching hour, the comic book with the hook show. And with my co-host, the Cantonese comic kid, Jeff 813, and Robert, the comic book G-Spot. So hope to see you next week. And I'm going to do an outro video. And hold on, wait a minute. We want to share my screen. Here we go. I'm going to go there. And I want you to enjoy the outro. And here we go. Not working. Hold on. There we go. We'll go like that. And we're going to try this again. I still can't get this right. We're not playing.